everybody. Hope everyone's having a fantastic morning, afternoon, or evening, except for Matcha, who's stuck in Final Fantasy XIV raids. Hi, everybody.
Oh.
For context, right now, Matcha is stuck in the worst raid right now. They keep on wiping, and they were expected to be done like 30 minutes ago. But welcome in, Val, thank you for being first. Soot, I'm not refunding you, we're not doing Snake Eater. I've told you this many times, I'm just taking your points now, they're mine now. Welcome in Tomochi, welcome in Mon. Yeah, it's finally time for us to be happy. And welcome in Techno. What do you mean hee? Soot. Anyway, let's go around the room and introduce ourselves. My name's Nur. I'm not pulling up my character sheet because the only character that I'm voicing from now on is Silver.
My name is Tenta Narsaid, and I do all narration and voice Miho.
I'm Matcha, and I voice Lena, as well as Caesar, not Caesar,
Cyrus,
and Arnold.
Yeah, close enough, man.
I wasn't able to pull up the sheet because of the raid. I also play Samurai. Sorry.
No, this is great comedy, actually.
This is fantastic.
Yeah.
My name is Moji, and I will be voicing Aspen, Pippa, and Tommy.
And I'm Brevi, and I voiced Juliet, Gwen, maybe, and Mr. Kim for a glorious 5 minutes and never again.
Hey, Mr. Kim could come back. Does he come back,
He just
Tenten?
comes back as the final boss.
Oh, yeah. Is he the final boss?
Yeah, please.
So, for context, you can only pick 2 friendship routes as far as I know, unless they updated it. So we were locked into Lena and Tommy.
Okay, so it was a glorious 5 minutes.
Yeah, it was a glorious 5 minutes.
It was a really, really good one.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's get started. This is gonna be the finale, so we're about to finish the route today. That's what that emote, Matcha. Are you having a good time in the raid? Did you wipe again?
No, we're at Arguthrav.
The last boss, okay.
Oh, last boss. Oh my god, guys. Take your bets now. How many times will Matcha's raid wipe?
7.
7, okay.
Judging by the 7 wipes at my window, it turns out Silver and I have different ideas of early. I roll over in bed, not totally sure that I'm not dreaming, in time to see Silver gesture at me and then leap from the tree again. A few minutes and lots of eye rubbing later, I'm ready and outside to meet her, with the dog staying behind me without any argument this time. Silver's carrying a small sack with her, which I assume contains all her belongings. It's tied shut with a small rope, and she slings it over her shoulder. We don't exchange any words or greeting. Instead, we just start walking. Like we're walking on across the space highway about to duel each other. As frustrating as it can be half the time, sometimes I also appreciate her willingness to just end a conversation, or not even start one. I don't have to worry about being a good enough conversationalist for her. It's easier to get more out of her silence than it is many others, too. The fact that she let me come along on this last trip, much less came to get me, says a lot. We make our way through the streets, not seeing many other pedestrians or even cars, only a handful of city buses, a couple of them roaming around empty, too. Silver walks faster than either Aspen or Juliet, but I'm able to keep pace easily. It makes our journey pretty short, though. The glass walls and security gates of the skyport come into view, waiting for us. It was the first place to greet us when we arrived, and now it's ready to see her off again. I wonder what Silver's thinking about right now. Silver?
Hedgehog.
Is she feeling sad at all and preparing to miss this place?
Man, this damn hedgehog keeps thinking at me.
Or is she ready to leave and potentially never return?
Man, why is she thinking about me so much?
Gay, homosexual, gay.
Ugh.
Good or bad, I don't think she'll ever be able to forget her time in Wellington.
Man, New Zealand's full of gay people.
We come to a stop just a few meters away from the entrance, facing the double glass doors. Our reflections stare back at us.
Call me a newbie, hedgehog.
Inbi?
Oh, that's how I pronounce my name. Oh, I never learned that, Mio. Thank you so much.
In Korean, N for silver, B for rain. Silver rain. Although she doesn't turn me, I can still see her face turn red in the glass.
Yes, it's a name I've settled on, Hedgehog. What do you think? I've never said Korean in my life.
I hope she sees me grin. I think it's perfect.
Good. Thank you. I'm not sure what words to say. I've never said goodbye before.
That's okay. I never know either. I hope you'll come back someday, or that we'll meet each other again somewhere else.
Fate brought us together once. Perhaps it'll do so again. I'll make you eat those words.
So you think it was fate after all, huh?
Perhaps not.
She looks down at her wrists, surely thinking about her bead even though it's hidden.
What?
If not fate, then shall we make a promise that neither of us can keep?
You haven't broken a promise to me yet, Hedgehog.
We'll meet someday then, Hedgehog. Perhaps you won't even recognize me. I might be someone else entirely. I'm learning how to disguise myself, Hedgehog.
Someday, I'm sure that will recognize you, though, as a fox and not a hedgehog. You might change, but you'll still be you, no matter what.
Even if I'm Unbi now. Did I pronounce it correctly, Hedgehog?
Yes! You've been Indy the whole time. Like always, I can tell when she's about to leave. Before she can, there's something I have to ask. I might not get another chance. At first, you didn't want me to call you Silver. With your magic, what does a silver aura mean? Our eyes meet in the glass. Finally, she closes hers with a tiny smile.
Shame. Aren't you ashamed that you asked me this question? Goodbye, Miho.
TD! Goodbye, Indy. It just takes her a couple steps to reach the door. They slide open silently, dissolving our reflections. Inby doesn't even look back once as she strolls through, letting them shut behind her once again. I left looking at myself, and only myself, and saying goodbye to Nur's last character. Finally, I turn around too and start making my way back home.
Man, my only characters are the voices in the walls now.
The last library guest of the day turns out to be my favorite one. Aspen enters just after closing time, with a small wrapped package in her hands. Aspen, I didn't know you were coming. I drop what I'm doing to greet her at the door. The dog does too, and she stoops down to pet him. Do you want to voice the dog?
Bark.
That's because I wanted it to be a surprise. Also, because I wasn't sure I'd be able to get off work in time, but we managed.
Oh, a surprise. She shakes the box she's holding. Its contents rattled generically.
Wait, I have a present, but I'm afraid it's not for you.
For Juliet? Aspen just smiles in response. She shakes my hand and I let her lead me towards the kitchen. The dog follows behind us.
Bark.
Juliet's already there, listening to the voices in the walls.
Ah, Aspen, good evening. Did you bring cheese by any chance?
Oh, hello. Yes, don't worry. I got a little treat for you as well.
Yes.
Oh, it's
Slide in a
Parmesan.
single slice of pepper jack.
Even better.
How much cheese does she have in those pockets?
So many.
She sets the box on the table and takes a seat with a sigh, just like she was showing up for breakfast.
The first time I've been able to sit down in hours.
Thank you for joining us. I'm sure you must be exhausted.
Fine. This is important after all.
Cheese procurement always is.
I'm totally confused by all the cheese by now. Wait, Juliet knew you were coming? I thought your present was for her.
I just said it wasn't for you.
It's for us.
Yeah, of course it's for the cheese goblins. Here, a little
Oh,
sprinkling
what,
of butter.
Aspen?
Oh,
Although you'll still need to open it because it's for him.
She gestures at the puppy who's on the ground, chewing his own foot.
Nom 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 nom.
Aspen slides the box across the table towards me, and I lift it up. It isn't very heavy. Both Aspen and Juliet watch me eagerly. Here goes. I slice a hole in the wrapping paper and then rip it all the way in one go. Beneath it is a box with brightly colored letters. I try to sound them out slowly. I'm still kind of illiterate. Deluxe printer ink cartridges. Aspen, who'd been leaning forward in anticipation, deflates a little.
Wait, that was the only box that I could find. Nope, open it up too.
I use one of my nails to cut the tape open on the box and pop it open. Inside are a small collar and a leash. I lift them out gently.
It might be a little big for him now, but I thought he'd grow into it soon. Without having him with me, I just had to guess what the right size was.
I look from Aspen, Juliet, to the dog, then back to Juliet. Does this mean...
Indeed, they're gifts for the newest member of the household. I've searched and I can't find anyone looking for a lost dog like him, nor has anyone reached out to me about it either. He's already house trained. He clearly lived in the house at one point, but it seems that was a long time ago, and I don't believe he'll be going back. And besides, he seems happy to be here. He's already found himself a home with you.
The dog himself gets up and comes to sniff the accessories in my hands.
Well, sure I know the answer already. I feel I should ask all the same. Would you like to keep him?
I look down at the animal beside me.
Hello.
Why does it sound like envy? If someone had tried to put a collar on me, if someone had tried to keep me, I would have done everything in my power to avoid it. Kicked, bitten, ran, whatever. There's no way I would have allowed someone to control me like that. But he's not me. Already the dog is looking healthier than I would first found him. He's filled out a bit, and his ribs don't poke out as much. He's been better behaved than I would have been too. Juliet said he must have lived in a house before. I've seen that he doesn't always know how to take care of himself either. If I hadn't taken him from the park that day, it could have been a matter of time before he got hurt, like when he almost got hit by a car. I grew up in the wild, always looking after myself, but he needs a little help. When I look back up at my friends, their faces are slightly concerned. They probably expect me to answer yes right away. I want to keep him, but what if he doesn't want to stay? He's been comfy here so far, but what if that changes?
Kim.
He doesn't know any words like Percy and Byron. I just talk to him anyway.
Two are very well spoken, I'll have you know. But that's not what I meant. And don't you remember back on...
Her face goes a little red.
the day that I asked you out? You were telling me how animals don't have to communicate with words. Could you maybe ask him as a fox?
I hadn't thought of that. I haven't transformed in a while. I haven't had any reason to. Aspen's right, though. Maybe there are things I can say that way. Setting the leash and collar on the table, I take a couple steps away from the dog and change forms. More than ever before, I can feel the magic coursing out of my bead into my body like blood. The sensations of my lips shortening, of my face changing, and fur growing out stand out more than usual. They aren't uncomfortable, but I'm used to barely noticing it at all. When my transformation is complete, the dog begins to growl. His hackles raised and tail stiff, and he backs away slowly. He's clearly afraid, but the nuances of what he's trying to say are hard for me to pick up because I'm so out of practice. It's like when I try to speak Korean after a long time, or if I never spoke it before. Danger, danger, fear, missing, where? Wait, no, you could voice that. Shit.
Danger, missing where?
I get the impression that he wants me to know what happened to me. The me that he knows and that disappeared suddenly. He's probably never seen a fox before, but he instantly identifies me as a threat. Above us, Juliet and Aspen watch anxiously. My tails brush from side to side, and I keep my ears and body language friendly. I try to impress upon him that I'm not dangerous and that the creature he's looking at is his person.
Danger, doubt, danger, fear, doubt.
Now he just sounds like Tommy. Instead of growling or barking or any of the other sounds I'd make to talk into other foxes, it's more like I have to will my thoughts across to him. Gay, homosexual, gay. I try to convey that he could trust me, that he knows me still. The growls soften, but he keeps his distance and fur raised as he sniffs the air.
Doubt, trust, doubt, anger, danger.
Danger!
Dangerous.
Just a couple inches away, I stop and lay down on the ground, showing that I trust him in return and know that he's not a threat to me.
Doubt, trust.
Finally, he approaches me and his nose goes still. We look into each other's eyes and then he gives me a gentle kiss on the snout.
Trust.
I nuzzle against him, showing him his face is well placed. As I do, I try to convey other feelings to him in the same way as him. Home, I tell him. Stay, I ask. Home, stay, safe. I imagine him settling down here like I have until everything is familiar, going to sleep well fed and safe and waking up rested. Maybe he had that before. If so, I don't know how anyone could have just abandoned him and left him to fend for himself. I don't know how they could be so cruel. If there's one thing I can promise, it's that I could never let that happen. Even if I couldn't take care of myself anymore, I wouldn't just abandon him. I wouldn't just leave him alone. His tail whacks against the wall as he wags it. Now that he's figured out who I am, it doesn't seem like he has to think about it too hard.
Home. Slamming the wall.
I transform back into my other form. This time, he doesn't even seem bothered at all. Picking the leash and collar back up, I finally smile at Aspen and Juliet. Home! Aspen helps me put the collar onto the dog, and then we head out into the backyard with him.
Home.
All right. He doesn't seem to mind too much either.
Yeah, he started growing on his hind legs and speaking complete, clear English. Yeah, that was pretty easy. Maybe he's used to it.
Hello, Miho.
Oh god.
Or maybe he knew you were doing something good for him.
Aspen and I sit down on the steps while the dog runs around. He finds a ball that he left out there earlier and brings it over to me to throw. I toss it, but not too far, and he hurries off to get it.
Thought about what you're going to name him?
No, not really. I guess he needs one though, huh?
It's better than just calling him the dog all the time.
Right. Well, if I was gonna be consistent, then I should probably call him Og or Uppy. Aspen laughs.
Perfect. I know who to ask if I'm ever struggling to name a character someday.
You mean all the time? God. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Before she left today, Silver told me she'd pick a name for herself too. She chose Unbi. It means silver rain in Korean.
Gorgeous. I like that she kept Silver as part of it. I suppose that means you helped name her too.
You're right. I wonder if she thought about it that way. I bet she'd change it on the spot if I ever asked her. I wish you could have talked to her more. I wish I could have too.
I'd like to know her better as well.
For her story?
Part of it, but it's not the only reason. From what you've told me about her, she seems like a good person deep down, who hasn't had much of an opportunity to express that much. She seems like someone who could have come to be an important part in our lives. Not to say that she isn't already important to you.
Like him. Not too far away, the Shadow the Hedgehog rolls around in the grass, kicking his feet in the My dog.
You said it yourself about Unbi. The two of you are like family. And now this fellow is part of that family too?
I pat my leg and the dog instantly sits up to walk over to us, greeting each of us with a lick in the hand. I think about what Julia said a few minutes ago, when she was telling me that he could stay. Suddenly it comes to me. Happy!
Hmm?
His name is Happy. Happy looks up at me, his tongue lolling out the side of his face in a smile. Aspen giggles. Do you like that name? I ask him the question, knowing that I won't get an answer. Still, it just feels polite to ask.
I appreciate the name, Miho.
Oh, even though I choose to do it as a human and not a fox.
Sure he does. A saying that I appreciate is that names are a gift that someone gives you, and if it doesn't fit, then you can exchange it for one that does. In this case, I think it suits him perfectly.
Watching the dog close his eyes in comfort as he keeps getting attention, I'm glad that Aspen agrees. Now that you mention it, I've done a lot of name exchanging too.
We started going by Miho here in Welly, right?
Yeah, I'm surprised you remember that. She taps her forehead.
Good at remembering important things, and Miho things are important.
I lean against her, resting my head on Aspen's shoulder. I think I like being Miho. All the good things in my life started happening after I picked that name.
Like you being Miho too.
The two of us sit for a while more, playing with Happy, until he gets too tired to keep chasing the ball. Taking it as a sign we should call it a night, all three of us head inside together.
And here you are.
With a flourish, Aspen slides two plates onto the table between Juliet and me. There's a fresh cut fruit, some warm potatoes, and a sandwich, made with bacon and cheese. I hardly ever have meat anymore, so it's a rare treat. Whoa, this looks really good.
Glad I haven't lost my touch. I don't do this kind of table service very often, you know.
I know, we must be your favorite customers or something.
But don't tell the rest of them.
Today is Aspen's last day at this Bell House, so she invited Juliet and I to breakfast for a change of pace. Happy came along too, of course, and his leash is tied tightly to my chair. Juliet shifts her parasol a little bit to match the rising sun. She sips her tea and smiles warmly.
And there's a reason this is our favorite cafe to visit.
Wouldn't it be second favorite, I hope?
Aspen leans against the railing looking up at the sky. The sun really highlights the bags beneath her eyes and all the small things that probably only I notice, such as how her apron is tied more sloppily than she usually likes, or how her hair is done up roughly. Still, even this close to the finish line, she looks a lot better than she did when she was working on her book. Happier and more content, instead of looking like she's going to fall over at any moment. There's no one who deserves it more. She catches me looking at her and pretends to glare.
Just getting cold, Miho. I worked hard on that, you know.
Sorry. I lift it up and take a big bite. Just like the strawberry croissants, it's messy but delicious. Don't they make anything to eat here that didn't come with a stack of napkins? I still managed to finish it in a hurry. That was so good. I didn't even know you had them on the menu, or I ordered one before.
Thing that I put together myself. I had to mark out a lot of different items to make it. But if you think so highly of it, then maybe I'll think about adding it to my store.
You should. I'll eat one every day.
Every day is an awful long time.
It was that good. I saved a little bite for Happy, who's currently protecting us from everyone who passes by. He doesn't bark or growl, but he keeps pace with them, walking as far as his leash will let him before going back to the start.
I am guarding you, mother.
Oh. He never tries to go too far, though. Happy! He tilts his head and comes running. I hold out the treat on the palm of my hand, being as careful not to bite me as he can. He pulls it away with his tongue and munches, well, happily.
Perhaps you should consider a dog-sized version on the menu too.
Be the most adorable thing my team ever hated me for. I should make sure to keep some dog biscuits, though. Maybe a pup cup or something. I'll have to write that down.
Mother, I would love a pup cup.
From one of the pockets on her apron, Aspen retrieves something I haven't seen in a while. A small notebook and a pen. She starts to write something down and then freezes.
Juliet, I just remembered.
Setting the book on the table, Aspen hurries into the cafe. Julia and I both watch her go. Even Juliet seems a little surprised. But 10 seconds later, the door flies open again and Aspen is back, carrying a different piece of paper.
Regina approved my idea to put a reading corner in the new store. I was wondering if you would let me borrow a few books to stock it. Maybe it could even be an extension of the library.
She holds out the paper, showing us a sketch of what it will look like. Several wooden shelves line one wall, and on the other side is a tall bookshelf that separates the reading spot from the counter and kitchen.
Hasn't been set up yet, but they'll be installing it tomorrow. So on opening day, all that will be left to do is fill the shelves.
Julia claps with delight.
I love that idea. It would be a pleasure to share our collections.
Aspen beams, and I can't help but smile too, for both of them. I know that in a sense, this is another dream come true for Aspen.
Why don't you come by tomorrow and pick out a few, and we can bring them to you at the opening?
Great. I already have a list somewhere. I started daydreaming a little bit when I first came up with the idea.
I sit back and listen to the two of them chat about books for a while. It's nostalgic. All the names and titles go over my head, as unknown to me as they were months ago. This time, though, I don't mind. I don't feel left out. I wait for this conversation to reach a lull before clearing my throat. There's something I want to talk about, too. Something I've only become more sure of since yesterday. Hey, speaking of new jobs and stuff, I've been thinking about maybe trying something new instead of working at the library, if Juliet doesn't mind.
Of course not. Please follow your heart and I'll always support you. Is there something in particular you want to try?
Yeah, it's something I just thought of a couple days ago, but that felt right as soon as I did. On the ground beside me, Happy hasn't left since I gave him that bite of sandwich, even though he hasn't gone anything else since then either. It was something this guy made me realize I want to do too. I want to try help out at the nature preserve. Yesterday, Aspen said that Happy kind of reminded her of Unbi. That's Silver's new name, by the way. It's the first one she picked out for herself. Anyway, not just them, but also the bird. The one I found in the woods that we weren't able to save. I think about it a lot. I want to try helping others like that. Other birds and dogs and whatever they have there. Like how someone helped me before too. Lots of someones, I mean.
Well, Miho, that's wonderful. How perfect for you. I'd be glad to give you a recommendation to Amaya. I believe they're always looking for volunteers. After a while, you could even apply to work there like Amaya does. But listen to me getting ahead of myself. I'm already so excited for you.
Thanks. Aspen looks a little more concerned.
I agree. That does sound like something that would be just right. But what about your magic? With the library, it's not a big deal since you live with Juliet. You couldn't see all your coworkers every day, though.
Yeah, I thought about that. I think I have an idea, but I'm not too sure about it yet.
Really? What were you thinking?
I don't want to say it right now. I'm still thinking about it. I'll make up my mind soon, though. I can tell Aspen wants to know more, but she forces herself to stiffly nod all the same.
All right, you can tell us when you're ready.
Thank you. It won't be long, promise. It's not that I don't want to tell her, it's just I don't want to get her hopes up. I'm kind of afraid to get my own hopes up. I take a breath, feeling my bead rise and fall with my chest. Maybe I'm just afraid in general. Still, I swallow that fear, pushing it to the back of my mind. I can brood and ponder later. Right now, I just want to focus on what I've got, enjoying this meal and moment. In Juliet's typically reliable fashion, she manages to get a call set up with me with Amaya that same evening. At least this time, unlike with Minso, I don't have the whole day to fret about it beforehand. Instead, there's only 10 or 15 minutes between when she tells me she's going to reach out and when she comes up to my room to offer me the phone. It's only voice, not video, which makes me feel a little less stressful. Still, I have to calm my nerves a bit before I'm actually able to answer. Hello! Something I've been working on is how loud I talk when I'm using the phone. I always end up yelling since I can't really hear myself, but I've been trying to fix that for Aspen's sake. Still, I'm self-conscious about it as I press the phone in my ear. I don't remember who will voice Amaya.
I don't remember. Matcha, do you want to take her?
Amaya... Wait, isn't Amaya the one with
lady?
the grandma?
No, the
she's
nature preserve lady.
Oh. Hi there, mijo, right? I'm Amaya at the preserve. Nice to meet you.
You know what? I think it was Matcha who voiced this guy. Thanks! Nice to meet you too. If it all goes well, then this should be the last time I ever have to introduce myself to someone for the second time.
Oh, wait, I'm looking at the Twitch. There we go. Juliet tells me you're interested in helping out around here, and you have a pretty extensive history with animals. Is that right?
Yeah, you can say that.
Awesome. I'll be honest, we could really use a hand right now, or 2 or 4. If you got them, if you got 4 extra arms, that'd be very helpful. Goro from Mortal Kombat. As far as I'm concerned, a friend of Juliet's is a friend of mine.
Yeah, Goro, voiced by Yuri Lowenthal, right?
No.
No, we can't afford that kind of clout. There's still a few questions I gotta ask you, though. Both as a formality, just to get to know you better. No pressure. These aren't kinds of questions you have to study for. That okay?
Yep.
Though if you do feel like you have to study for them, let us know and we'll drop you right away.
Has saying no pressure ever actually made someone feel less pressure?
No. Next question.
Great. First up, you want to hang out there, be as big or as specific as you want. What?
You want to try again? Or you good? Because...
Be as big or specific? What? I think vague?
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I want to help animals. I don't know if Julia told you, but I used to be a fox.
No kidding. Bushy tail and everything?
Flies an air wing.
You ever see the movie Fox and the Hound? It might be a required reading.
I have 9 of them. The tails.
What? Oh no. Naruto! Incredible. You'll fit right in. Anyway, Sarah, go on.
Right. Back when I was a fox, someone saved me, and that's how I ended up turning into a person.
What,
And when
like...
Yeah?
Like, as in finding God kind of saving, or like actually like save you from harm kind of saving?
Literal save me.
Okay, I don't think we have room for born again, so that's good. That's good.
But then once I got here to Welly, Juliet helped me a lot too. I like people a lot more than I used to now, but I still know animals pretty well. Better than most humans, I bet.
Ah, love that. Okay, next question. What kind of work is it that you want to do? A lot of people, they sign up to help out here thinking they're going to be clean and tidy like a hospital. It isn't. The animals are messy and dangerous, and you can't get mad at them when they screw up. Believe me, it's useless. A lot of dirty work. It's a lot of being careful and still sometimes getting hurt. What I'm saying is not easy. Is that something you're okay with?
Yeah, I am. When I got helped out back when I was a fox, I got my leg caught in a hunter's trap. I couldn't move, and it hurt more than anything I've ever felt. But there was this person who had found me, and who had already been nice to me before. Still, if I hadn't been about to die, I probably would have tried to get away from them anyway. They took care of me and helped my leg get better. They fed me and came to visit me every day until the day they left my forest. So, I know what it's like to be that way, scared and hurt, and not sure who you can trust.
God damn, I'm so sorry. Us humans can be terrible, can't we?
Sometimes. That's only some humans, not all of them. There's something that took me a long time to learn. There are good humans, though, like you and my girlfriend, Aspen.
Oh, you're dating Aspen. I've heard Juliet talk. My voice has changed. Shit. Yeehaw. Oh, you're dating Aspen. I've heard Juliet talk about it for years.
Yeah, we're dating. It makes my heart feel warm to say that.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, honey, you've already got the job. But here you go. Last question, alright?
Yep. This has actually been a lot easier than I expected. I don't even have to try hard to think of the answers like I normally do. Instead, I feel confident in what I'm saying, in a way that I don't know if I ever have before.
Okay, here it is. Have you killed anyone, Miho? Do you believe in fate?
What? I asked her that last time. You remember that?
So that was you. That was gonna be my secret final question. I remember having some conversation with someone, but for the life of me, I couldn't think of who. I thought someone would have tampered with my mind with magic or something, and tell you the truth, I still can't picture what you look like.
I can't imagine how you sound like either. Your voice has changed multiple times.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're exactly right, actually. I have this, I guess you could call it power. Where everyone I meet forgets about me in a day if I don't see them again. That's what happened to you. She's quiet for a moment, probably thinking about what to say. In a silence, I make up my mind. But I think I figured a way to get rid of it. I'm gonna try it tomorrow, so hopefully it won't be a problem. If you can remember me after this time tomorrow, that means it worked. Still, there's silence. Did the call disconnect? Finally, she clears her throat.
All right then, Miho.
Her voice sounds rough, like she suddenly caught a cold. My hair stands on end. Wait, is she crying?
Wait. I hope I'll give you a call tomorrow, then. But first, you have to answer my other question. It's not the usual third question we ask, but I figure I didn't need to ask about a time you met an animal in need.
Oh, right. Once again, this question is easy to answer, but it's for a different reason. I don't know. But I don't think I care, because either way, I'm still living my life. If there's magic or something else, then that's not really up to me, right? So I like, so I like what you said to me last time. Either way, I just want to be.
Fulfilled?
Yeah, like Aspen and Juliet.
Well, if there's one thing we can offer you here, it's that. Also, a small salary. It's not gonna make you a millionaire or anything, but it should be more than the fair share for your bus fare. And if you want to get crunk, should definitely help with that. We have a lot of our workers go and drink afterwards. I have no idea why. It can't be because the workload might be too much or a little breaking of the brain, you know. It's because they love it here. They love it here. They want to celebrate every time they get off of work.
Yeah.
Really? I thought it was all volunteer stuff.
Well, you should start them off that way. Helps figure out which one's serious about it and which ones are just looking for a summer job. Cause mom said so. But I get a feeling you're gonna be a long hauler. What about you? Voice
Now I
change.
had to pause to think about it. Working at the library is the longest I've ever stuck with something, and that's only been a few months. What Amaya's talking about is a lot longer than that. After spending most of my life not thinking about the next 24 hours and spending my time here taking my daily life for granted, I haven't had to think long term too much. Other than making sure Aspen, Happy, and Juliet are part of it, the future hasn't been that important to me. I need to start changing that, though, especially after tomorrow. So maybe this is a chance to start the new year off with something else that's different for me. My New Year's resolution, Aspen called it. Yeah, I'd like to be.
Super! Awesome! Great! I haven't been this excited since the new hire in a long time. Ew, ew, ew.
Thanks? I'm glad we're not on a video call so she can't see me blush.
I'll have a file some paperwork to make some official, make it official, and then get the okay from the expenses, all that boring stuff. I'll try to get back to you tomorrow. End of the week at the latest. Sound good?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
No.
Yep.
Tomorrow?
Today.
Today! Yep.
Good. You better get that magic thing taken care of, Miho. I'm not gonna have any animals go with the magical flump, so I can't let that happen. So I'm gonna write myself a note to be sad if I forget about you.
You got it.
Also, if the animals forget about you, that might be a bad sign, because they could think you're a stranger every time you come in. That wouldn't be good either. Good. Talk to you soon.
Yeah, see you later. The call ends and I immediately sigh once again. Of course, I can't blame her, but she makes getting rid of my magic sound so casual. In reality, that would be the biggest change of my entire life. Maybe even more than becoming a Gumiho in the first place. It's the change that I need at this point in my life, though. As both Aspen and Juliet love to remind me, it was my path through life that made me who I am today. However, that person is the same as before. The things that matter to me now meant nothing back then. Since it seems logical to me that my need to transform, steal, and be forgotten has changed too. No, I really like stealing still. I'm grateful for everything my magic and my beat have done for me. But they're the final step from that path that I need to move past. Plus, if Unbi is right, then they're not separate things that I'll lose. They're just parts of me that change too, like stealing. That feels a lot more comforting, I think. Since Happy left with Juliet when she brought me the phone, I have a rare moment to myself. I remove my necklace and hold it in my hands, something I do quite a lot these days. Even more, cracks have appeared on the bead. It's broken in many places that it is whole. Light leaks out, shining on my palms. The bead looks like it could fall apart at any moment. Fragile. Like a human. Something that would happen if I broke it, I'm sure of that. Something will happen when I break it. Tomorrow, I've already given myself that deadline by telling Amaya. It's short, but it's less time to dread it and change my mind. Enough time to tell Aspen and Juliet, though. I want them to be there when I do it, too. I don't know what will happen. If I were to let myself think about all the possibilities, I'm sure I would end up talking myself out of it. Instead, I choose what to believe what Unbi said and what makes the most sense to me. That it would never make me into something that I don't want to be.
Remember my words, Miho.
Okay, Shadow. I choose my own destiny instead, my own fate, whatever it may be.
You are all of you.
After months of practicing, the day of the play finally arrives. Our performance starts in the evening, but I have to be there a couple hours early. Aspen promised that she'll be in the audience to support both me and Lena. Julia will be taking care of Happy, so she won't be able to make it. Even though I explain again and again that I'll be just standing there when I'm on stage, they're just excited as they were when I first announced that I'd be participating. I'm glad that they'll be there, though. The last hour or so before showtime is a busy one, with lots of cast running around or doing last-minute preparations of run-throughs. I just try to stay out of the way, though, and help out if asked. We made the change from practicing in the park and practicing on the real stage pretty easily, and by now the whole production is pretty smooth. I make a mistake of peeking out from the curtain before it begins, and I see almost all the chairs in the audience are filled. I even manage to spot my people, although they don't notice me. I head to a corner backstage, doing my best to stay out everyone's way. Cyrus has been walking around, checking in with each cast and crew member in turn. He still hasn't gotten to me when Lena hurries over.
Miho, ready to go? Nervous? Afraid that you're gonna embarrass yourself?
So far, so good. What about you? Shouldn't you be in your costume and not throwing up all over the stage?
Costume? Oh shit. That is right. I need to go to the laundromat. I'm gonna go get changed soon. I was just talking with my parents. They're the ones that made me.
Are they here in the audience?
Yep, front row. I think they were more excited for me to be in this play than I was, and I get to date Cyrus potentially.
I know exactly what you mean. I'm glad I did it, though.
Yeah, me too. They said they were glad I found something I like, and they're not even talking about the Dryad. Although I'm still wish they know they still wish it was ballet. I get me being up on the stage is still good enough for them, so I'm still living their lives for them and not me.
Oh no.
You're okay with that?
Yeah, I think I am. I mean, I'll just drop it and disappoint them on purpose, and then I will have the last laugh. I probably won't be in any other plays anytime soon, though, because it won't be led by Cyrus.
That's too bad. You're really good at it.
Oh, but you shush. I know, but I want to keep trying new things. Maybe someday I'll go back to ballet or something, but only if I decide if I want to, not someone else.
Macho
Someone
wraps up the conversation with a nearby cast member and then joins us in our corner.
Hey, you two. All set for your big debut, Miho?
Whoa, your debut as a VTuber? Whoa.
Oh,
Yep.
shit.
I think I got all my slides down.
Good. How about you, Lena? Ready, boss! Cool. Thanks for making this possible. Well, what was that about dating me earlier, Lena? Both of you. Oh, it's no big deal. Nothing said. Right, Miho?
Right.
Oh, that's good.
For me, that's pretty true, but for Lena...
We should probably get changed, and you should go to the laundromat real fast if you haven't picked up your costume. But first...
Scratching his neck, Cyrus looks away for a moment.
This might be a HR disaster, but Lena, are you busy after this? HR? This isn't a business. What? After the play? No, why? Do you want to, like, go get dinner or something? I don't fucking know.
Lena blinks a few times in rapid succession.
Yes! Let's do exactly that and nothing else. I'm gonna go get ready now. I gotta run half a block away. Or, no, 6 blocks!
Face
Shit!
red, Lena runs off 6 blocks, both Cyrus and I staring after her.
Dressing room's the other way, and laundromat.
A moment later, Lena zooms past us, going in the opposite direction.
Oops! Fuck! Gotta go fast!
She disappears into another room.
That wasn't weird. Was it? I'm gonna have to talk to HR to make sure that it's okay. Oh, for me, I mean.
Nah, I think weird is like her normal anyway. I think she's pretty glad you asked her.
Kinda had a feeling after she gave me that painting a while ago. Part of the reason I wanted her to be in the place so we could hang out more. HR be damned. But it's kind of been tough.
Thank you for the care package, Salem.
Don't worry, I think it'll work out all fine. Cyrus nods.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm gonna go talk to HR and then get dressed. See you on stage. I really don't know why I decided to get HR for a play.
See you! Cyrus leaves to the HR room, and I spend my last couple minutes alone. It's taken a while to get here, but it seems everything's turned out alright. Lena's all over the place and hard to follow sometimes, and Cyrus is like her opposite. They're both nice people though, and I hope that getting dinner later is the start of something between them. I think they'd be good for each other, voiced by the same person. Eventually, it's time for me to go get ready as well. In the dressing room, I pull my stiff tree costume and take my place backstage. From the other side of the curtain, I can hear the low rumble of the crowd talking. As lights dim, the chatter does too. Looking around, I see Lena, all dressed up and ready to go. She gives me a big thumbs up. At the front, Cyrus faces everyone with a small smile.
I should put more bravado. Showtime.
We all get into position, and the curtain rises. The music begins, and Lena soon takes her place on center stage. Watching her perform is like watching a whole other person. There's a certain grace to her movements and the way she talks. I admire her ability to just go out and perform when she has to, even when she must be all worked up emotionally. Cyrus is acting the same way when he's acting. He has to talk louder to project his voice, but he doesn't seem uncomfortable doing it. The way he walks and talks is elegant like Lena. The audience laughs and gasps all in the right places. I even hear a few sniffles during some of the sad parts. When it's finally time for me to go out, I'm surprised just how many faces there are in the crowd. Can't let myself get distracted though. I need to do my best too. My part's pretty easy though, I pull it off without a hitch. As I leave the stage for the last time, Lena smiles. Nice job to me. I smile in return. The whole 2 hours seem to fly by. When the last scene ends, I can hardly believe that it's over. One by one, we all go back to take a bow. The applause from the audience is like thunder rolling through the theater.
Aw.
Aww.
Lena was Siegfried and Cyrus was the damsel. Which is funny. The last ones to return are the 3 main characters, including Lena and Cyrus. As they take their place, the applause somehow gets louder and everyone rising out of their seats to clap. Confetti falls from the rafters and they look around, basking in the celebration. Lena's smile is huge, while Cyrus seems a little stunned by the reaction. The 3 of them link hands and take a bow, and the rest of us join them one last time for a final bow all together. Throughout it, Lena and Cyrus never let go of each other. When everything is over and everyone goes backstage to clean up and congratulate each other, I say goodbye to pretty much everyone except those 2. I try to look around to find them, but I can't. Finally, the sound of a door opening catches my ear. I peek around the corner of the hallway and see Lena and Cyrus standing at the door to the outside, about to step out together. I see that they've earned the right to leave early, and I skip out on cleaning. As the door shuts behind them, I smile to myself. I think they're gonna be just fine. There goes Matcha's characters.
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
Her characters are diminishing.
Even though Aspen shows up for breakfast, I'm too preoccupied to do much but eat and respond on autopilot. After a predictably sleepless night, I can barely stay focused enough to chew. I'm so out of it that Aspen has to wave her hand in my face to get my attention.
Miho?
Yeah?
I was going to ask if you're okay, but I think I need to ask what's wrong instead.
What do you mean?
You've been chewing on an empty fork for a little bit now.
I look at the utensil in my hand. Oops. Aspen gently sets my brutalized fork onto the table. My plate is so full, I'm not sure if I actually had any food or not.
Is that your secret idea from yesterday?
I nod. You're good.
Like to think I know you pretty well. Is it something you can talk about with us yet?
Juliet also leans in to show she's listening, although she doesn't interject. I feel my pulse rise in response as the sudden attention. Even Happy is watching me.
I'm watching you, mother.
Oh. This is the whole reason I decided so quickly. I should just get it over with. I'm going to smash my bead. Both Aspen and Juliet looked at me with stunned silence. I'm not surprised. I don't know for sure, but if I do that, I think my magic will go away. The problem is, I don't know what else would happen to me, but I think I'll be okay, and B thinks so too. When Juliet continues to look shocked, Aspen's face flips through emotions like I'm changing channels on the TV. Echo.
Magic? You sure? That's awfully permanent. And what do you mean? What else? What do you think? Have you thought?
Sven,
All Aspen has to do is look at Juliet, and she cuts herself off.
I'm sorry. I'm sure you've thought about it. But this is so sudden. I'm sure you can see why I'm so shocked.
It's been on my mind for a while, and it's all I could think about. It's all I could think about last night. It's what I want to do, though. I told Amaya I would, for one thing. And I feel a lot better if I didn't have to worry about either of you forgetting about me.
Me too.
your magic is more than just being forgotten, though. That plus your ability to transform. Plus, I would imagine, your immortality.
Aspen gasps.
Miho.
I know. I thought about that too. And I'm okay with that. I want to feel more. I want things to mean more to me. I don't think that can happen unless I know that I'm going to lose them someday. That's something both of you helped me realize. I meet Juliet's gaze. You two and Cassette. Her eyes go wide and settle into a motherly contentment. Closing her eyes, she nods in acknowledgement of what I said. Aspen grabs my hands, one in each of hers, holding them to her heart as she faces me.
Oh, I don't know what to say. There's so much that I don't know if I could get through it all. So, I'll just trust you. I'll trust that you know what's right for you, and I'll support you in that. Always.
Aspen has barely finished talking when there's a sudden flash of light from my necklace, causing both Aspen and Juliet to recoil in shock. Happy yelps in surprise too.
Mother!
Oh!
Whoa. Voices.
Huh?
Fucking watch a bit of sound too.
Yeah. The voices are speaking too.
What the? I instantly cup my hands around my bead, which contains a lot of the light, but not all of it. Aspen still has one arm to shield her eyes. Somehow, despite the brightness, I'm able to see through it unbothered. The bead seems to be shaking, and I don't think it's because of my hands. It's still whole, but just barely. It's had its fill of whatever it was looking for. I can feel it. It's needy. The magic within it wants to burst free and escape. All three of us exchange a look, knowing that it's pointless to say anything else about the issue. Whether it's instinct or just my own inner strength, I grit my teeth and stand up. It's time. Duel. I walk to the front door, hoping that I'm not shaking as badly as I think I am. Aspen, Julia, and Please Be Happy are right behind me. But I don't look back until I'm out the door standing in the sunlight.
Mother, you've named me after a visual novel. Why?
Don't make me call you Seven Scarlet. Aspen comes to my side, gripping my arm as she leans in for a kiss. Closing my eyes and forcing on the feeling of her against my side, I feel the storm in my belly calm down a little bit. Little claws dig into me as Happy stands up on his hind legs, pressing his paws into me as well, and speaking perfect English. Julia remains on the door, she's out of reach of the sunlight, but I know she's watching anxiously too. My hands are trembling as I reach for my necklace. Aspen places her hand on mine, steadying as I undo the clasp. For the first time since I slipped it on, I carefully remove my bead and set the rest aside. It's strangely heavy in my palm. Maybe I shouldn't call it strange. It's carrying a lot of memories in it. Still, it's small enough that when I curl my fingers, it's hidden entirely. Closing my eyes, I take a deep breath, and then another, preparing myself for what I'm about to do.
Wait,
My eyes shoot back open.
you do. There's something I have to ask. I'd regret it forever if I don't.
What is it? You can ask me anything. She looks conflicted. I have no idea what her question could even be. Shyly, she copies me, closing her eyes and taking a deep breath before snapping her gaze to mine.
I touch your ears.
Ellipses. 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 Huh?
I have just. For as long as I've known you, I've wanted to ask. But it seemed so rude, so I kept putting it off. I can't pull it off anymore, though.
I take a second to process what she said, and then I burst out laughing. Of everything she could have said, that definitely would have been one of my guesses. She looks so guilty about asking me that it makes me laugh even harder, until I'm doubled over and unable to stand up straight. The tears start to stream from my eyes, taking a lot of my tension with them. I can only nod in response, unable to actually answer Aspen's question with words. After a couple seconds, she can't keep from laughing either, even as she approaches me. I force myself upright, at least a bit more, and tilt my head for her. Her fingers hesitantly settle my ears as she scratches a few times. It's the way she gets happy. I see why he likes it so much. Aspen doesn't spend too long before moving away from me. She looks a lot more relieved, too.
Hey, this out of my system. Why don't you... Mijo.
She gasps and points at my hand. I look down. Without even meaning to, I clench my fist at some point. Familiar light shines between the gaps, turning into vapor and rising towards the sky. I uncurl my fingers, revealing a small pile of glowing dust and shards of my bead. The shards aren't shard, in fact. They aren't anything. I can't even feel them there. Turning my hand over, I dump the debris onto the ground. A lot of the dust disappears as it falls, and so do some of the pieces. A couple of them hit the ground before vanishing. Only one piece, the largest one, lasts for any time at all. Instead of evaporating instantly, it slowly dissolves, with most of the powder being carried away by the wind. Soon that's all is left is a tiny seed that looks like it's come from some unknown plant. Was that part of my bead too? I'll never know the answer, because the wind picks up and takes it with it too. Although it doesn't disappear into nothingness, it's gone from sight in an instant. If it was, then maybe it's on its way to someone else who needs it. Just like Jongin, he'll travel the world again, never quite coming to rest. I think they'd love to be part of the wind, laughing along with the breeze. I'm sure they'll know where to take it. The instant that the last trace of magic disappears, I can feel my body start to change. It's similar to changing to a fox, but it's different. My ears shrink down, and my tail retracts, but the rest of me stays the same. My hair brushes against my shoulders as new, different ears take the place of my fox ones. It feels like stretching after being cramped up for a long time. She's a normal fucking girl.
Oh,
Yo!
Like always, the transformation is quick, only a few seconds from start to finish. Except it's not always anymore. There is no next time. I turn around to face Aspen and Juliet just as a tearful Aspen rushes into me, wrapping me in the tightest hug I've ever felt. Somehow her lips manage to find mine, and my first experience as a human couldn't be any better. Happy doesn't wait long before demanding to be noticed too, so I step away from Aspen in order to kneel down to pet him.
mother. You don't
Yes?
smell weird anymore.
Oh, you still smell like wet dog.
Of course I do.
I seem to handle this change a lot better than me turning into a fox. Since he doesn't growl or act any differently at all. I wonder if he even notices the change. Finally, there's Juliet, who has tears of her own in her eyes. As I climb the stairs, she steps forward and pulls me into an embrace of her own.
Congratulations, Miho.
Thank you. For everything. Juliet lets go of me and then steps further back into the house and away from the sunlight. The rest of us go inside too. I feel strangely normal. Other than being a bit dizzy, I feel the same as I did 5 minutes ago. Even the dizziness will probably go away once I get used to not having a tail. I'm not sure what I was expecting being human to feel like, but I thought it would be at least feel like something. I don't mind being wrong about this one. I know I'm right about the human part though. That same intuition that's guided me my whole life tells me that. That's reassuring me as well. I'm still me through and through. We go back to the kitchen, which also seems absurdly normal. I feel like I should at least do something to celebrate the commemorate the occasion, but really, just being able to go with my everyday life feels like a reward in and of itself. Like Lena leaving the Bell House, maybe it'll hit me harder later on, after the novelty has worn off. But right now, I'm just excited to keep living. After Juliet goes to bed, Aspen and I leash up Happy, take him for a walk around town. I noticed a few differences, like not being able to smell or hear quite as well as I could before. I don't mind though, the trade-off is more than worth it. My first day as a human isn't too different from my last few days as a Gumiho, and that's just fine with me. Aspen stays late as she can, and when she finally leaves to return to her apartment, she does it with a promise to meet up again tomorrow. That night, laying awake next to Happy, I look out of my bedroom window at the city that I'd come to know so well. I started to take a view for granted, but I'm going to have to unlearn all of that. I really want to be grateful for what I have, since someday, it'll all be gone. For what seems like the last time for a while, Aspen shows up at the library for breakfast. It's been a routine since I came to the Wellington, and it's bittersweet that I'll be coming to an end. An ending is just a chance for a new beginning, though.
So, tomorrow's the big day.
Right. I don't know how I'm going to sleep tonight. I don't know if I'll have time to even sleep tonight.
At least you'll have plenty of coffee to drink in the morning.
That's true. As long as no one drops the coffee maker or something. Ah, here I go again. I keep imagining 100 of things that could go wrong.
I'm sure there are a million things that will go right.
Yeah, it'll be great.
Thanks. I'm sure you're both right. I just can't help being me.
That's why I know it'll go well. Happy and I hang out in the kitchen while Aspen and Juliet browse around to find books for Aspen's reading corner. Once she has a few picked out, Juliet heads to bed and Aspen rejoins the dog and me. She picks up her purse where she left that out the counter earlier and sits down.
After your bead broke yesterday, it gave me an idea for a secret ritual of my own.
She shakes the bag and I can hear the paper crinkle inside. Oh, like magic?
Magic, just superstition. I guess you could call it, or symbolism. Something along those lines.
Let's do it.
You don't even know what it is yet.
So, it's something you want to do, and that's enough for me.
I hope you're up for a bit of a walk then, because I'd like to go up to Mount Victoria.
I'll go get Happy's leash. On the way up to the top of the mountain, we talk about everything except why we're there. At the summit, we stop, and Aspen looks around.
See why you come up here so often. I am glad that the new store is closer. I could do with a few more chances to clear my head.
I'm glad you like it here too. I know it's not a secret or anything, but it feels like my place.
I know what it means to you. That used to be the library for me.
Used to.
It's special in a different way now. A wonderful way, to be sure, but it's not the same when I was just a regular patron browsing the shelves. But up here, I feel calm in the same way when I sit down with a good book. Not just a good one, but a favorite. One that I know I can go back to again and again and enjoy just as much as the first time I read it.
She unslings her purse from her shoulder and reaches in. Happy gets his hopes up, probably thinking that's just where sandwiches grow, but he'll have to be disappointed this time.
There's no sandwiches in here, Mother.
No. Instead, what Aspen takes out is a small stack of paper. At first I'm afraid it's The Fox in the Grove, which is silly because I keep that safely in my room with my scroll. On closer inspection, I recognize the fancy logo at the top. That's from the book company, right? The one you almost signed with?
Yeah, this is the contract that they offered me. I held onto it to think about, and then afterwards, held onto it as a reminder. I think I need to move on from it too now, just like you were saying about your bead. For a long time, I thought of my self-worth purely in terms of what I could make or give to the world. In other words, how good my writing was. That sure turned out to be a mistake. I always knew it was, of course. Still, once you're that far into the hole, it can be tough to dig yourself back out. I have you to thank for in part of that, for helping me find my own strength that I needed. That's why I don't need this anymore. Not as a reminder or a motivator. I don't need it to tell me what I'm worth.
From top to bottom, Aspen rips the papers in half, and then she tucks those into a pile and rips them again. And then she rips those. She holds out her hand full of shredded paper like I held out my shattered bead. Just like them, the wind eagerly picks up the pieces and carries them away out to the sea.
She's littering.
Oh.
Aspen, what the hell?
They toss and flutter in the wind, scattering directions before they're even past the edge of the mountain.
Fuck the
Aspen.
ecosystem.
Aspen, why didn't we just start a bonfire with them?
We could have burned it ritualistically.
Aspen watches them go, hands still outstretched, not to bring them back, but to keep them away.
Keep away in the environment. Thanks, Aspen.
In
Girl.
just seconds, they're gone from sight.
I tore up the rejection letters too. The ones I'd been keeping in my box. Envelopes and all.
Did she also litter them elsewhere?
Well, it's now compost. It's where my cats piss. I saved a copy of my manuscript instead.
Girl, the birds.
And that's what I really want to look back on someday and smile about. Not to forget the bad, but to remember the good too. I'll always associate it with those days here with you, and with the new store and everything else. I think those will be much happier memories to keep. Don't you?
I do. But we should have burned those. I never want to forget how I feel right now either, or any of my time here.
don't think we will. I'm not sure how we could. Even though the future is scary at times, it scares me right now when I think about opening the store tomorrow. I'm excited. I'm excited to face it with you and with Juliet, of course. And the cheese. And with Happy, of course.
Of course.
Mother, I
And the
found a
cat.
piece of paper on the ground. Can I eat it?
Yeah, sure.
Delicious, Mother.
The three of us stand quietly together, facing the horizon and the future. Aspen's right. It is intimidating, but that's exciting in its own way. If there's one lesson that I've learned, one most important thing is that I can't just wait for the future to come to me. I have to reach out and grab it for myself. Oh, I grabbed a piece of paper. Arriving at the new Bell House, it's immediately obvious that Aspen didn't need to worry about no one showing up. Juliet and I are there an hour early with a block of cheese, but we're not even the first to arrive. There's already a small line of people waiting when we get there. Box of Aspen requested books in tow.
There's just random strings of paper on the ground too. Wonder where those came from.
Some of the staff are running around outside, slipping on pieces of paper, looking stressed. Others are indoors, setting up display cases and brewing coffee. They also look pretty stressed. I recognize one or two of the employees. Oh, there's Lena from the other Bell House, but I don't know their names. Most of them I've never seen before. It's just the aprons that give them away. Despite the nervousness, everything seems to be running pretty smoothly. One person I do recognize is Regina, Aspen's boss. She strolls around the place looking calmer than the other workers. She's probably done this more than once. This is the second Bell House. I'm no expert, but I don't see any problems anywhere. Aspen's done a great job of getting everything ready to go. She's been here since before I woke up, so I haven't seen her in person yet, although we've been messaging throughout the morning when possible. I let her know that Julia and I have arrived, but the message sits unread. I spot another familiar face, though at the same time that she spots us. Hi, Lena.
Hey!
Yeah.
Hey, mijo!
She slips out of the front door and jogs over to where Happy and I are standing. Juliet's retreated off under the shade of the building's roof and away from Lena. Hi, Lena. How's it going?
Oh, you know, pretty much normal day. Hang on a sec. There's something different about you.
Yeah.
I remember you. Did you, get a hair?
No.
Bless you.
Next line.
Sorry, I should really cover my sneezes. Oh wait, no, I see. Don't tell me they gave you a ear cut too. Ew, I hate when people do that.
Nope, they went away on their own. I broke my bee that gave you my magic, and now I'm just a regular degular human.
You drank the boba?
Her face goes pale.
And I thought I was bad when I dropped the coffee machine this morning.
Did what? Oh, nah. I did it on purpose. I wanted this to happen.
Oh, so did I, but it didn't go how I expected. Seriously? Why would you do that?
What the fuck?
Because I got tired of people forgetting me here all the time. I want to be able to live a normal life.
Lena, I fucking swear.
I got tired making coffee for people all the time.
I started a new job too. One that I couldn't do if nobody remembered me.
Maybe I should do that too. Oh, congrats! You're gonna kick life's butt, aren't ya?
That's not quite the way I'd put it, but yeah, I guess so.
Well, it's the right way. The only right way. Go. What?
Okay.
Glad you asked. It's frozen.
What?
I don't see it updating.
Wait, you don't see it updating? Why?
Oh no, I don't.
Huh.
It's the only right way.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's stuck.
It's stuck? Oh, fuck.
Yep.
Your stream is also
It's in green. I'll reset it then for you guys at least.
Yay!
Yay! Can you see it now?
Well, it's the right way. The only right way.
Okay. Do you see the rest of it?
No,
Oh.
I just...
Did you already
Hello?
click to the next line?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Like,
Still
see
says
the-
what it's...
Yeah, because I
Discord.
can see the game. What the fuck is Discord doing? Because
Discord.
I can see the game moving because I see the arrows blinking.
Yeah.
And your
So-
cursor when it goes over it.
I'm gonna move on to another line. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Cool.
because you gotta beat life into giving you what you want! Beat it to half to death!
She does a fake punch that comes close to hitting me in the real face.
When it thinks it's got you down, that's when you gotta fight back even harder! Get the crowbar! Never give up! Never surrender! Believe in yourself!
Kind of impossible not to be impressed with Lena's enthusiasm, even when it's like this.
Pretend you're the Joker and you're hitting the Robin with the crowbar!
What?
In
And
the
you-
library?
Yes.
Yeah.
And you can only do that when you've got something to fight for, like Aspen, or your friends, or your dog, or you not wanting weird ears, which I don't get that one. Wait, when did you get? When did you lose your ears? I mean, when did you get a dog?
This is Happy. I've had him for a few days now.
Mother.
What's with the white square? Is he like a painting?
Mother. She's on to us.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Oh, he
Oh,
does
God.
look happy. What's his name? Is it Please?
No, that is his name. Happy.
Please be happy.
I have a feeling I'm going to have to do this a lot in the future. Still, I like the name. I guess you could say it makes me happy too.
Mother. Say the line. Say the line.
Please be happy.
Wait, if you're happy too, does it make him Happy Junior?
Once Lena finishes introducing herself to the dog, she finally notices the box of books on top of a wagon that we brought.
Oh, are those for Aspen? I'll take them in and let her know you're here. Although she might be busy fixing the coffee machine until after she cuts the ribbon.
That's fine. Thanks for letting her know. I'll be with Juliet.
Wait, you're cheating on?
No, Lena! I swear to God.
I've been
Bye.
mom's over, Lena, don't worry.
I pass the wagon's handle to Lena, and she rolls it around to the back of the entrance. Happy and I go wait next to Juliet, not too far from the line to get in. She adjusts her parasol to give us a bit of extra shade, too.
What do you think? I'm quite impressed with what they've done here. It has its own distinct feeling while clearly still being the Bell House.
Yeah, I love it. I can tell Aspen put her heart into it. Capitalism. On one side of the cafe is a park, and on the other row is a row of shops that are just as cute as Bell House. None of them has such a long line, though. There are only a couple minutes until the grand opening, and everyone in the crowd knows it. I do a quick head count. There are almost 24 people standing in line, not counting Juliet and myself. And Happy. There are a few others who aren't in line either, like a reporter taking a few pictures, and someone who must be Regina's husband. The warm, cozy scent of fresh bread and coffee are strong here as the other location. Maybe even stronger since we're outside and can still smell them. I can't see in through the frosted glass windows, but I imagine they're doing last-minute scramble, taking care of the final touch-ups before it's time. A blue ribbon is draped across the front doors. Those suddenly open inward, leaving the ribbon still hanging, and Aspen appears, dressed in uniform. She looks around, spotting me and Juliet, and gives us a small wave, but she quickly focuses her attention on the crowd.
Everyone, and thank you all for coming. We appreciate you showing up before you're really able to have your coffee.
A couple people chuckle.
The team has worked very hard to make today's opening a success. So we're very proud to officially open our doors to everyone. Lena?
Oh, shit! I knocked over another coffee machine. Coming!
I can hear Lena, but can't see her. I can, however, see the look of disapproval on Aspen's face as Lena runs up to her with a pair of scissors.
Oh my god.
Even though that disappears in a flash, though, with a big smile, Aspen cuts through the ribbon with a single snap. Snip. She steps aside, letting the line of people begin to enter. As the first customer passes through the door, a chorus of cheers comes from inside.
Welcome to the Bell House.
Quarter pounder. It takes a few minutes, but finally, Aspen emerges from the building and comes over to where we are. I reach out my arms to embrace her, but she shakes her head.
No, don't hug me. I'm gross. As soon as I get home, I'm taking 3 showers and 2 naps.
You deserve them. Everything looks amazing. You've done a great job.
Thanks. Wait until you actually go inside. Although, maybe it's better to wait until tomorrow for that.
You're already quite popular. I'm not sure if tomorrow will be any slower.
Tomorrow.
Not tomorrow. Today!
Today.
That's a good problem to have if it happens. I can show you around right now if you really want, but I'm going to be off. It's going to be awfully crowded in there.
It's fine. You can show us another time. We'll be here again soon, for sure.
Indeed, I'm looking forward to trying out the reading corner for myself.
Yeah, me too. Lena told me that you brought the books. Thank you so much.
Of course, I stuck some cheese in there too.
The book.
Well, some of them.
Oh,
Could have lost and found for you on your break.
great.
I hope they find their way into many new hands.
Yay, book cheese!
Oh, Lena's already found some.
Lena. I'll make sure that they do. I want to do some kind of discount for people who are working or reading here. I'm not sure what it'll be yet, but I want to help out students and artists, even if it's just a free cup of coffee. I'm already getting ahead of myself, though. We've been open for all of 10 minutes, and I'm planning what to do next.
You make that sound like it's a bad thing, but this place only exists because you dreamed about it, right? No, it's capitalism, you know.
Well, yeah, it's probably capitalism. I need my feet on the ground right now, though. I can let my head off into the clouds when my shift is over. Which, unfortunately, is still several more hours from now. I'm going to have a few words with whoever it was that put together this schedule.
Was it you?
It absolutely was. After my naps and showers, I'll come by to visit this evening. Do you have any plans for how to spend your last couple of days before you're on your own new adventure, Miho?
Other than with you? Nah, not really. I think I might go for a walk. It's been a while since I just wandered around.
Come so far since then, both literally and figuratively.
I don't have an Apple Watch. I can't track my steps.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, I miss it a little bit.
Your Apple Watch?
Yeah.
Go wander then, and I'll see you at dinner.
Definitely.
Goodbye, Aspen, and good luck with the rest of the day. We'll see you tonight.
With a final wave, Aspen disappears back into the cafe.
I think I'll be returning home myself. If you're going to be out for a while, then would you like me to take Happy back with me?
Yeah, please. I think I'll be out for a bit. I pass the leash to Juliet. Happy doesn't fight back against leaving me anymore. He knows that I'll come back to him. I watch as those two head off back the way we came, the opposite direction of the Bell House. One One other direction leads into town, but it's the fourth and most familiar path that I follow. For the second day in a row, I find myself atop Mount Victoria. Although I pass others both up and down the mountain, cleaning up the litter, I'm alone at the summit for a moment, just being in the breeze.
Oh man, somebody just left all this paper here.
Leaning against the railing, I take in the sights again.
Oh, just so much paper to pick up. It's such a
And
pain in
the
the ass.
sounds. The bustling city, the swaying trees, the cerulean ocean, the
Ugh.
angry guy behind me. All over, everywhere I look, it's alive.
I'm dying. There's so much litter.
Every person, every leaf, every single creature, every cleanup crew, we're not so different after all. We're all just doing what we can to survive, to keep going, and to hopefully make tomorrow a little better than today. I can't count how many times I've been up here enjoying this view, and I can't begin to guess how many more times I'll come here in my now shortened lifetime. And yet, that's what makes it so precious today, because someday, I won't be able to come here anymore. All I'll be able to do is think back and remember how it made me feel. So I better feel as much as I can while I can. Even now, I spot things that are different from yesterday. I pass different people on the way here, like Mr. Kim. Different boats dot the glittering horizon. Different airships come and go. Oh my god, is that Leofard? As much as it feels like it sometimes, as much as I used to believe it was true, nothing ever really stays the same. Even the trees, the sea, and even myself. Like clouds, we grow and change until someday we disappear. There's noticeable absence where the necklace hangs, but it isn't the aching kind of loss that feels like something's gone when it shouldn't be. Instead, it's more like nostalgia, missing something but knowing that I can go back to it, that the world and existence I'm thinking of doesn't exist anymore. Maybe it never did. I've been to so much of the world without really seeing any of it. After all, there's plenty of time to fix that, though. Years and years to enjoy to the fullest. At the end, I hope to feel the same way Dongin did, surrounded by the people they love and content with the life that they lived. Maybe, like them, I'll continue to exist in some way still, in the thoughts and stories of everyone that I care about, and that cared about me. For someone who's not used to being remembered, a legacy like that doesn't sound too bad. Maybe someday, someone will stand up here like me, looking out at the world and seeing proof that I once lived and existed. And it's okay if they don't know me or my name, that doesn't bother me. But if there's one more bird singing a song than there would have been had I ever existed, then that's enough. A sudden gust sweeps across the mountain, down through the forest and out towards the sea. It ripples through my hair the same way that it ripples through the trees. As the leaves rustle together in the breeze, it sounds like a warm laughter. Little fox, where is your home? The wind whispers. Closing my eyes, I relax and surrender myself to it all. Right here. There's an epilogue scene, but yeah, this is
Okay. Oh my god, we did it! We're happy now. Wow. That was a really cute story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this stream safe?
Should be?
Okay.
Hey.
Fun fact.
Okay.
This is sung by Miho's voice actor.
Oh!
Um,
Shit.
Very cute.
Yes. Another fun fact. VTuber acquaintance Leary wrote some of the lyrics.
Oh, Leary wrote
shit.
lyrics. Oh my god.
Yeah, I believe Leary is also in the special thanks for this.
Oh, I knew like Leary was like affiliated with Studio Lawn.
Yeah. Hi, look, it's Audie Rosa. She's the one who did the art for this.
Yeah.
Have you seen?
Yeah. Yeah, you're PNG.
Yes.
Shout out to Adriosa for also doing writing and being the art director.
Art director and the director of the game.
Oh my god.
As a character artist.
Like, Adriosa like cheekily putting herself under every single category. Just like, will they notice? Will they notice that I did everything?
Josh Kaplan is also the founder of Studio Lawn, who's also helped out this game. Yeah.
Cute. Aw. Lyrics by Adriosa. This is an adorable little story. It's like a lot different from the usual stuff we play on Tuesdays.
It's not world altering.
Oh yeah, not world altering. Nothing's like dying or
It's
something.
world altering. It's world altering for Miho.
Oh, it is. It's true, but like London isn't dying.
Yeah,
We didn't kill the queen with an airship.
We didn't kill the queen. And you know,
so fun.
someone
We didn't
isn't.
get lost in our own minds and everything was a bad dream, but it wasn't a bad dream, but it was. Everybody was,
But it was.
really
Nightmare
scary.
therapist.
There was a rabbit that really was wanting me, and my sister was better than me in every way, and my parents are gone.
Oh my god. And also, like, our arm isn't getting bitten off. I think that's pretty good.
Can not happen.
Yeah, it's great. What do you mean a shame?
Also, the CGs for this are all adorable.
They're really cute.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think my favorite one for Aspen is that one.
Oh
It's
yeah,
nice to have,
it's very
it's
cute.
nice to have lesbians in game.
Yes, it is very nice to have lesbians in the lesbian game.
Yeah.
Please.
Be happy. Aww. This is definitely like out of dating sims. This is definitely the what's that genre called? The like slice of life. Yeah, slice of life.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
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 Slice of wife.
Slice of wife.
Slice of wife.
Yeah, that too.
After months away, my first few breaths of Wellington air are the most refreshing I've ever had. Happy lopes alongside me, and is just as glad to be back. He's even worse on airships than I am, although we've both gotten better with them over the past few years. We walk along the familiar streets, past the library where I used to live until we reach a house. I fumble with my keys a second before letting us inside. Percy and Byron both scatter immediately, like I always do when they see Happy. I'm definitely not the person they were expecting to walk in. I don't take more than a couple minutes to enjoy the comfort of being home before I'm back out the door, leaving Happy with the cats. The bookstore isn't too far away. This is one of Aspen's conditions when we were looking for a place together. It's close to the Bell House too, although it's been more than a year since Aspen handed over the keys to the place to Lena.
What? Why?
I got it, everyone!
It's
Look at me
destroyed.
with my new job! Whoop!
It's gone.
Oh no. Oh no.
There are signs in the window of the bookshop advertising today's event, along with a picture of a familiar face. I step inside quietly, not wanting to interrupt anyone. There's a small line of people near the back, each waiting for their turn to approach the table where Aspen's sitting. Of course, she doesn't notice when I walk in because she's busy talking to someone. I linger behind one of the bookshelves, watching. Aspen waves a hand in greeting as a new person walks up, offering their copy of her book. She signs it with a flourish, the hours she spent practicing her autograph paying off. Smiling, she hands it back, thanking them for coming by. It's almost the end of her 2-hour signing session, but there are still a few copies left on the table beside her. But there are several folks around the store carrying around their newly autographed books, and I'm sure there are plenty more earlier. As the last person in line steps up to the table, I go and take their place. Aspen signs the book and sends them on, stretching her fingers before looking at me.
Hello there.
Oh.
Her face morphs from her customer service smile to surprise as she actually notices me. I walk closer and hold up my copy of the book, the one I read on the airship ride over. Hey, I'm not too late to get this signed, am I?
Miho, I thought you weren't supposed to be back for another week.
I wasn't, but I decided to come home early because I didn't want to miss this. Aspen takes the book away from my hands and signs it with a gold pen in her hands, drawing a little heart next to the end.
Thank you for being here. It means the world to me. You should have said that you were coming, though.
But then it would have been a surprise.
Got her. Got her.
You and your surprises. Well, this is certainly the best kind.
How'd the signing go? Happy and I just got back, so I couldn't have come by any earlier.
It went well. Long, but well. My hand hasn't been this sore in ages, but I couldn't be happier. At least, not now that you're here. I was a little worried that no one would show up, but it's actually been somewhat busy. You just missed Mom and Dad, though, although they're staying in town overnight, so you'll have to come and see them later.
Sounds good. I'll be here for a while. What about Juliet?
She and I are having dinner tonight. You'll come too, right? I know she'll want to see you as well.
Of course. I want to be there when your book goes up on the shelves.
You know, I hadn't even thought about that. Somewhere in the chaos of this book release nonsense, I'd forgotten all about the library.
Good thing I came back early, huh?
Indeed. As much as I love being able to tell people how my wife is traveling around the world saving animals.
Oh my god, they're married.
They're married.
They're married.
They're gay married.
They're gay married.
I much prefer having her here with me.
Smiling, I reach for my book, still in Aspen's hands. Should we get going then? But Aspen pulls it back, just out of my reach.
Nope, you haven't paid yet.
Paid?
Yes, there's a special tax just for you.
Oh, what is it? Although I'm pretty sure I already know the answer. I step closer as Aspen leans across the table to kiss me, holding it onto for support. In that moment, all the jet lag and aches and pains of travel melt away, replaced with pure bliss.
Alright, now I'm ready to go.
Aww. Oh,
Okay.
they gay and married.
Yo,
Oh, they're married.
They're married.
Yes.
that's it!
Aw, that was so cute.
Aw.
For the not wild ending, Miho stays home and Aspen actually opens up a publishing house called Bell House.
Oh, that's even
Aw.
cuter. Aw.
Which, fun fact, Bell House is actually the publishing branch for Studio One.
Oh, really?
Oh shit.
That's what the name of their publishing
Whoa,
branch
it's real. It's real.
is.
Whoa!
Amazing.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Please Be Happy. I did have something lined up after this, but I don't think we need to do it because it's like already about 2 hours
Maybe
now.
2 hours, yeah.
Yeah, so we're just gonna wrap up a little early tonight. But
Yeah.
this is very cute. We might be coming back to this at some point to do Juliet's route. I don't know when
Check
though.
yes, Juliet. Are
The
you
milk
with
route.
me?
Milf.
The MILF route. But yeah, I don't know when we're gonna be doing it though, because we have like a lot of we have a schedule, and we're
Yeah.
slowly getting through it. Yeah. So next week we're going back to Cafe Enchanté, and
She's back! Another cafe!
the cafe's back.
Another... Why do we keep playing games with cafes? I don't fucking know.
I mean, at least Seven
Because-
Scarlet doesn't have one.
Oh damn! I've been funding this because cafes. No.
Oh, sorry. Well, you'll have to stop. Like, you have to withdraw your funding. Just unsub for me once Seven Scarlet starts streaming. Oh yeah, you
And
get
yes,
to be
I will be
banished
back
back
in
to
the
the
box.
box.
Yep. I'm no longer main reading for like 8 weeks straight.
Yeah,
Yo,
how did it feel?
Now you,
That was fun.
Yeah.
God
Yeah.
help us. God help us when I get main reader.
Yes!
I mean, all you have to do is tell me if you want to be a main reader, and I'll assign you main reader. That's
Not
literally
opposed
how
to
this
it.
works.
Just, I'll make sure to keep the ad-libbing lower for when I'm a main reader.
Oh, it's part of your charm.
Yeah, you gotta ad-lib the whole time. Then you'll be main reader forever.
Oh!
But yeah, like, I just kind of realized that once we're back at Cafe Enchanté, we're kind of on it until the end of the game.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Yep,
Hell
because
yeah.
once we're done with the Eels route, we're gonna do like one stream of Code Realize, and then we're doing Miser's route.
Wait, what's...
Yo.
Oh, yeah, there's like... Oh, yeah, there's
Yeah.
other stuff.
Yeah, we killed Lupin.
Yeah, we killed Lupin. We have to go back.
Oh, that's right.
You escaped Lupin.
He
The
forgot that we
unkilled.
killed him. He forgot he was fucking
Killed my
kill him.
first romance route.
Yeah, the first romance one that Cat did already did, we killed him.
Actually, we killed both of them, didn't we?
Yeah, we killed both of them. Both of them died.
Yeah.
Like it was like a it was like a they both disappeared forever kind of thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna be doing like Code Realize. We're actually gonna do the true ending, like the real for real ending, and then we're gonna do some like bonus content in Code Realize, which is like a little bonus, like basically fan service. So you get to read fan service.
Oh boy.
Oh, fun
is it-
times.
Oh, yay.
Wait, are we going to AO3? Ooh.
Basically,
Oh, God.
I know
Oh,
what we're gonna be seeing. I think only
Oh,
1010 knows.
Yeah.
Do you
Oh my-
remember?
I should-
Yes, I remember now. Fuck. Okay.
I
Yeah,
should
all the
be-
fan
Oh
service.
no.
I should be looking at AO3 with tags of the games we've played on here.
Oh
bet
yeah. I
there's
mean,
so
don't look at
many.
the games we haven't finished yet, though. Well,
Oh,
Code
yeah,
Realize you
Don't look
can.
at Cafe Enchanté.
Yeah, don't look at Cafe Enchanté. But yeah, we're gonna be reading Mr. These. Mr. These is playing Pokemon.
Yo, yeah, did you see he's
Pokemon.
cool enough to be a Hades 2 beta player as well?
Yeah, Hades. Czech was playing the Hades 2 beta earlier today.
Yes.
It's really cool. He's a cool streamer who got beta rights. Wow.
Yo,
Imagine getting beta access to a cool game.
Yeah.
That just means he's so cool. Anyway, that's gonna be it for us tonight. We'll see you next week for Cafe Enchanté. Everyone say bye.
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 Be happy.